Hello, whoever's hanging out in here with me. There we go, there's some more people. What's up, Bam? Hello, hello, now I'm seeing stuff. Guten Morgen, Amin, how are you? Gluten Morgan. You finished your 43-hour fast this weekend, good for you. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today on this Monday? Alles gut? I have a goodie arriving Wednesday. Oh, thank you. Hello. I'm not working. No. I mean, I think I'm gonna probably just do some like yoga and walking. I want to keep it kind of light with everything. Not really doing anything. I don't want to like overdo it, or not eating at all. I don't want to overdo it. So I just want to kind of keep it light. Like when I'm done here, I'm gonna go on a walk probably. Watch some Ozark or something. And I got all my Shein clothes, so I'm gonna try this stuff on. I'm really excited about it. I can't stay too long. I got to study. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. You had to eat. You had to listen to the signs of your body. You're on the first walk of the day now. You're doing 60 with me, right, Tiffany? You're going till Wednesday afternoon, I think. It's beautiful weather in Ohio. I wish it was nice here. It stormed. It hailed here. It's kind of cold. I mean, yesterday it was like 80 something, of course, and today it's opposite. Oh, Wednesday morning? Okay. I couldn't remember. You're starting your journey this week. Aw, yay, exciting. My 72-hour fast is going fine. I think today's gonna be fine just because today's like a normal, today would be my fasting day anyway, so I'm not worried about it. It's gonna be tomorrow and Wednesday that I'm gonna struggle a little bit more. You push it further. Yeah. See, that's kind of how I feel. Part of me is kind of like, well, maybe I can go all the way till Wednesday evening and then make it till Thursday morning, but part of me also like doesn't want to push myself that hard if I'm gonna be miserable in the end. Yeah, today's cake. I'm not doing the prolonged fast due to another health issue, but I'm supporting you peeps with a glass of water in my hand. Cheers. Thanks. I have a glass of coffee from, oh my gosh, Casey on the group. Her company, or her husband works for or owns a company that makes coffee, and I ordered some and I got it today, and I definitely was super excited to get it. We started yesterday, going on about 45 hours now. Good for you. Fahrenheit always freaks me out. It's 102. Megan, where are you from? My hunger won't increase. Yeah, that's, I know that for sure won't increase. It'll go away if I ignore it. And that's gonna kind of be like, I need distractions and stuff. I did my 60-hour fast this weekend. Broke 60 this morning. But still, you fasted for 60 hours. That's freaking awesome. It's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Oh, you're from Texas? Okay. 66 here. Yeah, I don't know what it is here right now. It does not feel warm at all. It's 55. 56. I think we beat you. Hey, Sierra. Fasting day. No, you're good. Would you recommend a prolonged fast? I don't know. This is the longest I've ever done a fast for, so I don't really have a say on if I would recommend a 4 to 5 day fast. I'm doing okay. Started last week, today's fasting day, and I have a headache, but really didn't want to do 500s. Try some pink Himalayan salt in your water and see if that helps. You might need some magnesium too. 56 degrees, I'm moving. Yeah, it's cold here. You're gonna go for 40 hours. Hey, that's good though. Like, that's 2 days worth. Like, I'll be happy if I make it that long. I was supposed to be in Dallas, Texas next week. I'm sorry. That sucks. Everybody's plans, you know, like me, I keep trying to like Ian and I right now kind of talked a little bit about everything that's going on, and currently if we wanted to go to Florida for a couple days for our honeymoon after the wedding, we could do that because I mean it's open enough that we could go there and do that, but we're really wanting to wait and see what Portland's gonna be like, because if it opens up a little bit more and we can get a room out there, we want to do that over going somewhere we've already been before. So avocado fries in the air fryer, oh snap, that sounds really good. I have so many avocados, that sounds so good. Disney. Yeah, no, we weren't gonna do Disney. I love Disney, you know, but I'm not like a fanatic over Disney. So like I would rather go to Universal and go to Harry Potter World. Like that's how I feel about that. Um, Hopefully things get better around the honeymoon time. I know, and that's like we don't want to jump the gun and book a place out in Florida, and then it turns around, and then you know in a month or whatever it's better and things are opening back up in Portland and we can go hike and stuff like that. So we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. Pickle fries? I would think they're a thing. Star Wars is Disney. Okay, you all are gonna hate me. I have not seen all the Star Wars movies. I've hardly made it through the which one? Okay, so the really old series, doesn't it start off at 6? I don't know. I've only seen like 2 of them and only made it through halfway of one of them, and I couldn't make it through the other Star Wars movies. I think I need to watch them from like the first one on and get the story that way maybe, so I can get into it, but I've just never had the like capacity. Shut up. I've never been able to like watch them all the way. I want both Disney and Universal Studios. Yes. Yes, we never got to do our honeymoon, but eventually we'll plan a big Harry Potter world trip. See, that's kind of how we are right now. We're like, right now, we are good for the wedding. Like, they're resuming things like that so we can have our wedding. And that's the most important thing to me at this point. I don't really care too much about the honeymoon, but at the same time, I do. So, Lord of the Rings is better. Shame. Means like, bye, develop your own app. Sorry, I know you're fasting, but it is the best to break a fast. I think I missed what you said about what the best thing is to break a fast. I don't think I've seen any in completion. When is the wedding? It is June 26th. Yes. 26th, 27th. June 27th. I think June 26th is the day that we're going to be like doing the rehearsal and setting up and stuff like that. And that's the last day of the challenge, or the 95 days of fasting challenge. So after that, it'll change to like the Think Fast Family or something like that. So. Hi Rachel, all the way from Belize. Oh, that's exciting. I bet it's nice down there. I'm a Disney fanatic, literally my favorite thing in the world. Also, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I love Harry Potter. Same here, Rachel, not my thing. I'm sad to say I didn't start when you started. I was having trouble starting as usual, but I got past week 1 there you go. And I was so surprised I can do it, and now I'm nearly ending my second week. Well, girl, you know you were doing it before, and now you're doing it again. Everybody say hello to Sierra. She's been one of my followers since the very, very, very beginning. Her and I have kind of become friends closer over the past 2.5 years, and yeah, so she's one of my friends. I gave myself a reward of getting a new pair of walking shoes if I can make it to the 10th, and now it's my routine, and I can definitely go way past 20 ADF days. I'm on day 13. High five. I'm so proud of you. Hello, green-eyed. I think they meant it's good to eat and break your fast. Oh, yeah. I know how you feel. My sister was supposed to get married in July, supposedly, but the venue canceled. Oh. I've been really lucky. The place where we're getting married is kind of like a small town outside of the big city. So, it's a little easier. I think their restrictions are lifted a little bit more. And in 2 months from now, things will be better. Break it fast with avocado fries. Ah, there we go. Thanks, Jody. She's so sad as well. Hi, Sierra. I know. I was like, why is it so hard to start when I've done it before? But it is hard to start when you haven't done it for so long. Yes. That's very true. But guys, I'm freezing. My house is cold. I think we should go ahead and get started on the new chapter. I feel like we're missing people. Like, where's Dennis? He's not in the chat. I haven't seen his name pop up. He hasn't been able to make it today. Let's see here. Yes, chapter 4. Aw, you live in South Carolina. I had to postpone back when there was a huge flood. Oh. I missed the night. Hey, that's okay if you miss the boat because, like, you know, everybody joins whenever they feel comfortable and starts when they can. And, you know, I titled it at the beginning as 95 days for those who started from the beginning, but I want people to feel like they're comfortable to join whenever. Like, it's seriously the best thing. Like, that group means so much to me. I feel like I have so many friends now, and it's so awesome, especially, like, now that I don't have coworkers anymore. Hey, Josh. Say hi to C for me. Or if she's watching, hi, C. But, yeah, so it's, yeah, anyway. Yeah. Okay, so guys, chapter 4. Let's talk about this. I'm gonna try to summarize it a little bit more. I'm not great at summarizing. You know, I don't want to get in trouble for copyright and stuff, so I do try to, like, read around it. Oh, hey, Heather. And I just want to try to get out as much as I can for you guys to see if you don't have the book. So, this chapter is about calorie restriction, and they say forget calorie restriction. And I was trying to figure this out earlier, so I'm hoping somebody can maybe help me kind of figure it out. Somebody in the group had stated that fasting is essentially calorie restriction because if you eat your TDEE on one day and then you skip eating the next and then you eat your TDEE the next day, then it's basically like you're restricting your calories throughout the week still in the long run. But I don't think it's the same thing because when you eat, you're in a you know, in your feasting state, and whenever you're not eating, you're in your fasting state. So when you're fasting, it helps boost your metabolism, which I found here in this chapter as to why fasting is different from calorie restriction. We might jump around a little bit too. So it says, calorie restriction diets cause your metabolism to slow down to a crawl. Yeah, it's more than that. And it's like, I know that, but like trying to comprehend, like I can understand what I'm saying in my head, but like trying to get it out, I just keep rambling and I'm not getting to the point. So it's hard for me to kind of explain it. Oh, it's Life in the Fasting Lane by Jason Fung. Proves insulin resistance. Okay, so the hormone noradrenaline, which is, or adrenaline, however you want to say it, is it the first or second? Let me know. Which is produced during a period of fasting, boosts metabolic rates. As you fast more and regularly over time, metabolic rates go up and more weight loss is achieved. So it kind of basically states how if you're in a calorie restriction, as you keep lowering your calories, your body has to kind of like make up for the fact that you're lowering your calories. So it also cuts calories across the board as to how many calories it takes for your body to function. So as you're reducing those calories, sorry, I keep getting messages on my phone. It's so annoying. You hit a wall when I was just cutting calories, but this has helped so much. Yeah. My gosh, where was that? Like I saw something in here that made a lot of sense to me. Okay. Why calorie restriction diets stop working. When you cut calories, your basal metabolic rate begins to slow down. You've reduced your calories, but in response, your body has reduced your calories out. Your organs start making budgetary energy cuts across the board. A little bit from like your respiratory system, your cognitive functions, and soon you're expending fewer calories. So if you eat 500 fewer calories, but your body burns 500 calories fewer, you will not lose weight. This is the dirty little secret of calorie restriction diets. And then they give an example in here too about how a lady had done calorie restrictive diets for so long that her BMR was like 487 calories. That's so freaking low. Like your body can't function on 487 calories. So of course, whenever she realized how miserable she was at eating so little and started eating more weight, or started eating again, she started gaining weight. And that's kind of why the calorie restriction doesn't work necessarily. You know, it might work for a little bit, but once you get down to a part where your body can't cut any more calories and you get frustrated because you're not losing any more weight, you're going to start eating more and then in the long run gaining weight back. Bye, Megan. Have fun studying. Good luck on whatever you're studying for. So I think that's kind of one of the things that I really wanted to talk about on that. And then page 47, I said just makes sense. So let's see what page 47 has. It kind of explains how, so basically a can of soda and a handful of almonds is essentially the same amount of calories. But if you drink a can of soda, that's not going to help you necessarily lose weight, even though it's the same amount of calories as your almonds. And it kind of makes, okay. Your body's hormonal and metabolic responses to the soda and almonds are completely different, which that just makes sense to me because of course, like if you're drinking soda, it's full of sugar, aspartame, things like that. But the almonds are better for your body because they don't spike your insulin like a can of soda would. Your body's hormonal and metabolic responses to the soda and almonds are completely different, and therefore the fattening effects of those foods differ as well. So, I mean, that just, to me, it just kind of made sense. Like, the sugar in the soda will spike your blood sugar levels and cause your pancreas to produce huge amounts of insulin. The almonds include protein and fats, will not. Once the almonds are digested, your body experiences only a small increase in its blood glucose levels. And then they talk too about why our society, this is kind of this chapter, he talks about why our society has become more of an obese society, because in the 70s and 80s we only really ate 3 meals a day, and now we've been trained and told that we have to eat several times a day to boost our metabolism, which isn't true. And because we're eating more frequently, you know, we're producing those amounts of insulin, which is what makes us gain weight. Does that make sense? Let's see if else I can find what else I was talking in here. It's basically talks about overconsumption. We just eat more than we need to now because it's a lot more easier to get to. Um, so that does make sense to me. You know, like if you want a cheeseburger, you're gonna run to a fast food place and get yourself a cheeseburger. Whenever if you were at home, you know, you would have to make the patty, start your grill, or get like it's just the process is lengthier, which is kind of why anymore I try to stay away from like restaurants and fast foods. You know, of course I still go because I want to enjoy myself with my friends or whatever. I'm not going to just completely ignore eating at a restaurant because I don't want to eat their food. Um, but cooking at home is better for you in the long run too because of the ingredients that is in the food that you're cooking at home. You know what's going into it compared to just grabbing something quick and fast from like a fast food restaurant. It's all about like how easy it is. And then Dr. Fung talks about how um, if we switched our mindset from the norm being not needing to eat all the time, because you know whenever you go to a business meeting or something there might be bagels or cookies or whatever, it's like just the normal thing to have those there. If we switch our mindset from, you know, always eating to not always needing to eat, then it kind of helps change your default in what you want. See if I can figure out the best way to talk about that. If you fix the default, then weight loss will become automatic because we're not always in the need to eat mindset because there's a tray of cookies in front of you at this meeting or whatever, kind of thing. So the burden of constantly needing to eat is gone. Hunger is no longer an imposition. It's a natural part of our body's chemistry. At first, fasting may feel challenging, but it ultimately liberates your body, your mind, and your lifestyle. So I tried to sum that up as much as possible, guys. I mean, the chapter goes in much more depth. I'm the kind of person, whenever I read this book, like I sit down at my table and I have my notebook and I take notes down on things that I think stick out to me more than not. And I really try to think about them as much as possible, but I'm not very good at getting out what's in my mind across. Like I ramble a lot. And so I'm trying to cut back on doing that. But now I kind of want to open it up to see what you guys think, and I'm going to read like the comments and stuff or that I've been getting while I've been reading that to see kind of what people say and think, just because I'm curious about it, you know? Like I want to know what people think about that. Sorry, scrolling. Adrenaline, not adrenaline. Okay. Also, sometimes your metabolism slows when you simply cut calories. Yes. I honestly don't want to speak too soon, but this is way easier than I thought it would be, and I'm putting it off. And I've been putting it off for a long time. I'm really glad that it's really been easier for you though, because that's, you know, you're taking that step for your health, which is awesome. That's why I do not like dirty fasting. I feel like it's a form of calorie restriction. Oh. Right, because of the content, and both of those are different and work different in the body. Yeah, see that's where I was saying like that just makes sense to me because obviously a can of soda is a lot worse for you than a handful of almonds, but that's why you make healthier choices in what you're eating. Like I don't drink soda, you know, or things like that. And when people ask me like, "Can I drink soda?" I'm like, "You can, but in the long run, it's better for you if you just don't." Mm. I feel like it's harder for me to fast if I allow myself 500 calories because it's too much temptation to end the fast. Yeah, I totally agree with you too. That's kind of why I don't do OMAD like a lot of people do. Yeah, and it definitely is a good tool for those who want to get started because some people struggle at first. And personally, and like if you guys watch my calorie counting video, I talked about how I calculated my calories in the beginning compared to how I do it now. You know, whenever I first started, I was not physically active. I sat on my butt all day. You know, I would go home from work and I would sit in front of the TV and watch Netflix because I wanted to keep my mind distracted and not eat. So I counted my calories a little differently than I do now. Of course, I eat a lot more now than I did then. And it kind of helped me jumpstart my metabolism and help me lose the weight because of the way I was counting the calories. But of course, I do it now differently. Um, so, you know, there's that too. Let's see here. My mom is doing that. Oh, she's doing a dirty fast. Again, diet sodas people drink with dirty fast, but they say it's okay if you're doing it for weight loss, but it will break your fast if you're fasting for autophagy. Diet sodas lead to gaining weight in general. Oh my god, by the way, my mom used to be so against fasting and now she's doing it too. My dad fasts but only 3 times a week, and that's how I initially found it. I'm trying to remember. Was it you, Sarah, who told me that your dad had to go low carb or keto or something like that? I can't remember. Um, got this book when you were on chapter 2, finished the audio book over the weekend. So amazing. Your videos are super helpful alongside it. Still going alongside these videos chapter by chapter. Hey yo. My dad fasting is how I found Rachel because I was curious about what intermittent fasting was. My mom fasts too, love it. I wish I could get my mom to do it. I think it would help her out in the long run, but she's just, if I go too long without food and I get hangry. Well, if you go too long without food, from what I understand, it's your body burning fat and it's releasing that into your system, which makes you hangry and it'll pass. um, Speaking of insulin, they have diabetes and the fasting has actually helped them. Yeah, that's another thing that they talked about in here too, was how, um, you know, fasting helps with all that. So it can reverse type 2 diabetes. I feel the same way that eating feels more of a burden. And after getting into fasting, I realized how much better I feel on fasting days than I don't have that burden. It helps for diabetes, that major reason for my fasting, because I was DX. Blah, 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 blah. I think it's easiest to start fasting from 14 hours, then move slowly to 16, then 18, and so on. Then that way you don't need to eat 500 when doing ADF. That's how I started. Oh, there's a good idea. My mom tries to do the 16-8 fasting, but gets sick if she goes a whole day. That's interesting. I wonder why your mom gets sick, Tiffany. I know some people can't do it. What is it called? My cousin tried doing it, and she hyperglycemic, and she said she couldn't do it because of that. I feel like fasting has switched my mind from food being a treat to a way to fuel my body. There you go. But is fasting still a way of cutting calories? See, this is the question that I kind of am curious about too, because on your eat days, if you're eating up to your total daily energy expenditure, and then on your fasting days, you're in a fasting state, I don't necessarily think it's a way of cutting calories because you're in two different states. But I don't know how exactly to explain it. Aw, Gillian, you're sweet. Thank you. Uh, my mom does 18 to 22. I don't think she's gone over 24. For example, a normal donut doesn't do anything for my body, so I don't really crave them anymore. Oh, there you go. Heather, it sounds like it cuts back on your calories per week, but it keeps your metabolism up, burning fat. Yeah, because you're not going below your BMR. So should you eat your BMR or will not lose weight? You need to be eating above your BMR for sure. You don't want to go low. They actually gave me, or there's actually a formula in this book on how men and women can kind of calculate their BMR if you're not using that calculator that I gave you guys. But you need to make sure that you're eating above it for sure. My dad does low carb and fast 2 days a week, sometimes 3. Okay, on your eat days, not your fast days. I only plan on doing ADF Tuesday, Thursday. The rest just started doing. But get full after one meal. Normal. Just started doing 24, but get full after one meal. Is that normal? I mean, it's kind of like people have always asked me, like, after you break your fast, don't you want to eat like everything in sight? Aren't you starving? No, because your body still has those stretch receptors, and you, after eating one meal, you're still going to get full. Like, you're not going to want to eat everything in sight. So I could see how that would be like a normal thing, because if you're eating one meal, you're still going to get full. Like, your appetite doesn't go on and on forever. Fasting does so much more than create a calorie deficit. It aids in insulin resistance, increases HGH, boosts the immune system overall. It drives me crazy when people just say it's just counting. My mom gets sick too. She does it all day, so she does a different method than 24. Oh, sorry I'm late again. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so many Instacart orders. What have I missed? Bowser Appreciation Society. He's over there sleeping. We've talked about chapter 4, by the way. Yeah, she gets the shakes when her blood sugar gets low. It's not considered cutting calories as your glycogen stores are empty. Okay, see, that's kind of what I was trying to, like, put out there, and I couldn't think of how to say it. Because you're in your fasting, you're not in a eating or feed state, you're in your fasting state, so it's different. I wanted to write that down because I needed a better way to, like, figure out how to say that. I think a good explanation is that we had in chapter 2, your body can do one of two things, either burn fat or burn fat or store fat. Yeah, see, that's kind of like I've been resorting back to those chapters because I was trying to explain it to Ian, like what I was trying to say to see if it made sense, and he's like, I would have to read the book to even understand what you're talking about. So I'm trying to get him to do it. He's, you know, I have that second copy that I'm gonna make him read. I tried to tell her salt and electrolytes, but she hasn't. Oh. I used to be hyperglycemic and started fasting slowly from 14 up. Starting that way totally helped me ease into it, and I'm no more hyperglycemic. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea to kind of help move into it because it helps aid it. I started doing 16-8 in the beginning of December, but I recently had to take a few weeks off for a mental health break. I'm back at doing 16-8 and loving it. See, that's kind of, I've kind of thought about like taking a week off of doing fasting in general, eating every day again to see if it will help with my metabolism. You know, I haven't done that in a while, and usually we do that every time we go on vacation. We have been going on vacations like every 6 months, and then, you know, we were going to go to Portland and we ended up not doing that. And so I haven't really had a good reset for my body whenever it comes to eating every day, trying to get out of that alternate day fasting schedule type thing. But doing this 72-hour fast, I think, will definitely help. And then in a couple months, whatever we decide to do for our honeymoon, if anything, I'll be eating every day then too. Reading out. How do you tackle the tiredness of alternate day fasting? Oh. So it looks like we had some people answering. If I have 500 calories during a fast day, will it break my fast? I mean, you won't get those autophagy benefits and stuff like that. That's kind of what Fasting Gal said. It's kind of like a dirty fast, what you would call it, because you're in your calorie deficit still, but eventually you should be able to move out of having to do 500 calories on your fasting days. IDK if it's common, but while fasting, I drink water and coffee, about a gallon a day of water and 12 ounces of coffee. I always have a dry mouth. Do I need to add salt to retain water? That's a good question. I really don't know. Also, when you fast for the lengths of time you do, your stomach shrinks, so you are likely to not be able to eat as much the day that you do. I think that's kind of resorting back to a chapter as to why they say your stomach shrinks. Let me see if I can find it. When men fast, the hunger hormone decreases only a small amount, but women show a huge decrease. Um, Therefore, you expect in conclusion, most people who start fasting are shocked that their hunger was not just manageable, but actually decreased. They usually say something like, I think my stomach shrank, or I just can't eat that much anymore. That's perfect, because if you're no longer hungry, you are now working with your body to lose weight instead of constantly fighting your body. So, kind of going back to that. I just lost 4 pounds in 2 weeks. Is that normal? You're still losing, so that's good. It really depends per person, so you are making progress. 4 pounds in 2 weeks, that's 2 pounds a week, that's good. I think they want you to, they say a healthy amount of weight is, Tiffany, help. What is it, 2 pounds a week is considered, like, healthy? Oh, yeah, 4 pounds is awesome, she said. Pledge Fitness explains ADF modified style very well. Okay. Hey, Hannah. Jody, I'm an endomorph, and I agree. Endomorph. Do you know what's the best way to know your body's in autophagy? I just know after a certain period of time your body's in autophagy. I was on my phone. I can't look at my calculator thing or my thing. But I know at least after 24 hours your body goes into autophagy. But knowing how your body is in autophagy, I'm not really sure. That's something good to know, though. I'm hoping they explained it in this book. I think somebody said that they do talk about autophagy in here. Your electrolytes seem to be low. Oh, I don't like that word, dirty. LOL. I'm 2 weeks on my long 500 calories, then I'll cut it off. There you go. If you're eating low carb, you will almost certainly want to add salt. I usually eat a half teaspoon to a teaspoon out of my hand on fast days. Carbs retain water, so you need more salt without carbs. Hello. Himalayan salt has about 83 awesome minerals in it. I get dry mouth too at times, and I take a pinch or two of Himalayan and it goes away. Oh. 4 pounds is incredible. Lift 4 pounds of potatoes and that will show you how much weight you've lost. That's a really good way to put that. Autophagy is measurable to an extent by testing blood glucose and ketones. Oh. You made a post on the page about it. Okay, I think I remember seeing that now that you say that. There's so many posts that go up though. Like I'll get onto I'm not like on Facebook all the time. Usually what I do is I like log out of the app and then like halfway through the day I'll log back into the app and, oh thank you. And when I log back into the app, I see like 25 people have posted in the group and I'll go do it, but I have it, it's filtered by like the last commented on post or something like that. So, there you go. Yeah, keep at it. Keto Mojo is a great way to test both ketones and sugar levels. Interesting. I've never like really thought about testing any of that stuff before. I don't want to become overly obsessive, I think, you know, and things like that. So I kind of just try to use my body as a judge. And see what I feel like. I'm really anxious to get to the end of the 72-hour fast and see how it's going to be. No worries. Yeah, I know I saw it on there and then I didn't. I'm really bad too. Like if you send me a YouTube video, I probably won't watch it. Ian sends them to me all the time. Oh, shush. But yeah, I'm really good at that. Should you be in ketosis after 40 hours of fasting? I think you hit ketosis after a shorter amount of period than that. How are you feeling? When was your last meal? My last meal was a little later than I wanted it to be last night. It was at 7:45. I stopped eating. So, I feel okay right now. It's like a normal fasting day for me though, so I'm not too worried about it yet. Cause of PCOS was having cystic acne overnight sweat really bad. And get overheated and no longer sweat or overheated. I'm actually colder now. Oh, Heather, that's awesome. I will hope this will work. Gained 100 pounds to do my mid-C. Nothing else seemed to work. It depends on the amount of carbs one eats will determine how quickly they go into ketosis. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense too. Oh my gosh. If you guys don't follow me on Snapchat, I posted a picture on my Snapchat. I found zero carb bread at Aldi's today, which I'm really excited to try. I bought 2 loaves of it because the Thin Slim Food version, their company is like overwhelmed right now with orders and stuff. So I haven't been able to get any from them yet, and I'm so glad that I found them. So random, but coffee can dehydrate you, but you're not drinking too much. I drink 20 gallons, or 20 gallons, 20 ounces a day. I also drink Gatorade Zero to help get some electrolytes in. Longest fast I have done is 8 days. I find that the hardest part is the referring stages for me, trying to learn how to refeed well and maintain that weight loss and health benefits. Okay. I've never been after 4 times of fasting after 40 hours. Same with me. I just came across a video of yours and just want to say how beautiful you are. Aw, thank you. Now your story has motivated me. Nice, let us know if it's good or not. Yeah, I know I will too because I'm really excited to try it. I kind of want to go grab it, but I don't know. I follow you on Snap and see you eat a lot of low-calorie breads and other carbs. So how do you make up the rest of the calories to ensure you're eating enough? I've been eating higher like proteins and stuff like that, which definitely adds into the calorie count. Things like that. I don't always post every little thing that I do either. I eat a lot of nut butter. I do love my peanut butter, but peanut butter and almond butter. Um, but I do eat a little bit more than what I do post on the story. I don't post every single little thing that I do, but I try to make sure that I am getting in enough calories. Usually by the end of the day, I always have in all my calories. I love finishing off the evening with yogurt and protein powder mixed together. It's kind of weird, but it kind of makes like this weird thick mousse-like consistency. And since I haven't been doing ice cream, I've been doing that instead, and it kind of kicks that sweet tooth if you have one. But I'm kind of hoping with this whole fasting thing, it'll help me get rid of those cravings, which I know 72 hours can kind of help you get over cravings. So it's kind of, who paid me? Someone paid me? Oh my gosh. You have to deplete your liver glycogen to reach ketos. So you work out on the first day, you'll reach ketos sooner. Okay. Passing out, I just followed you. I think the picture isn't the same as the one you're using, but I hope it's you and not some random person. Oh, I miss ice cream. Hannah, are you still trying to get out of that? I gotta shoot a bit early. Thanks for your time, Rachel. Stay safe, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Do I count fruit and vegetables? I do count fruit and vegetables. I count everything that I eat. So, I count all this. Scoot. Yeah, I gotta go over fasting apps. But we'll do that soon. Thank you, and we'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Whatever. I'm so nervous for the rest of this week's fasting. You've done really... See, you needed to cut out dairy. Have you cut out all dairy? Or, what? I'm proud of you. Am I working out? I don't plan on working out. Is dairy-free ice cream okay? I mean, I would think so. Hannah kind of has a different situation as to why she can't eat dairy. Hey, that's California minimum wage. That's minimum wage in California? Pff, ours is like $7, $7.25. You bought vegan fruit, man. I'm proud of you, girl. You're taking steps forward to focus on your health, and your bloat's gone down, and you've already lost an inch. Like, that's what you needed to do. Everybody. Banana night. It's called Nice Cream, right? I've tried that before. It's actually pretty good if you like banana. Girl. You should binge watch Outlander while fasting. I'm all caught up on the Netflix version. I don't have cable or anything like that, so I'd have to get Stars. Tiffany, love Outlander. I love Outlander too. I so want to watch the how many seasons? 2 or 3 seasons that are out now after what came out on Netflix. I could talk about that all the time. Banana, it's called nice cream, Hannah. And basically you take frozen bananas and you blend it up in a food processor and it becomes kind of like an ice cream consistency. I add stuff that makes it even taste less like bananas, like cocoa powder probably. You gotta try vegan cheese, girl. It's not that scary, I promise. And even so, like, if you don't like some versions of it, then you can always try different versions. Like, there's so many different ones out there. The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I tried watching that. I couldn't get into it. What's the best way to take collagen? That's a good question. I don't focus on that. I don't really take collagen. I do have the Perfect Ketos version. And I have it sometimes. It's like a chocolate version, but it's not something that I really focus on too much. On average, how many inches did you lose each month? I'm trying to look at non-scale victories since scale isn't moving much, but not sure what the average inch loss is. It's different for everybody. Like, I don't like telling people you will lose this much or the average is this much because it really depends on your habits and what you're doing. I think my waist size, I just posted it not too long ago and I can't remember what it was, but I've lost a total of like 48 inches all over. And I can't remember how many it was. What's the best vegan cheese brand? That's also a good question. I know this Dia, which everybody likes. I do not suggest Trader Joe's mozzarella cheese because it's like freaking wallpaper glue. Derek says, say what? Say what? Oh, another exciting thing for those of you who aren't on the group, I got my shirt today. This is a small, but it's 100% cotton, so I'm hoping it'll shrink a little bit because it's pretty large. Think fast. I'm so excited. It's soft. 48 inches. Yeah, I lost quite a few inches. I know I could go get my notebook if I wanted to jump up really quick, but I kind of don't. Hannah, you like that vegan mac and cheese from Trader Joe's? Speaking of, I need to go back and get their almond butter granola. That stuff is great. $25 or $26. This is my favorite channel. So entertaining in quarantine. Ayo, welcome. I do what I can. Everybody. Not everybody, but like I said, I got my Shein order today. I got a lot of clothes from them. Somebody was like, you should do a try-on haul. And I was like, those take so long. It's made with butternut squash. Ooh, that's a good one. Talk about your inches tomorrow in here. I can just go get my notebook. We have like 12 minutes anyway. It's literally gonna take me like 30 seconds. If anybody joins, tell them I'll be right back. Okay, so I was right. It was 48 inches total that I lost. When I first started in 2017, my bust was at 48 inches, my waist was at 41.5 inches, and my hips were at 51.5 inches. So that's changed quite a bit. What month is it? $2020. Oops. Here I saw that video that mix of veggies in a blender and added God seasoning cheese flavor. Oh, I want to try the flavor God really bad. I've reached out to them, but I want to try their stuff. Yeah, Hannah, potatoes are a good one. Vegetables in general can be a really good substitute. We can work on it together. Come over. We will have a day where we try to like come up with different cheese sauces and see what you like for your macaroni. I'm good. Have changed my wardrobe. I haven't eaten for nearly 4 days and I'm still not hungry. I was just like, where's she go? I know he like, if I move anywhere, he's like, gotta come right with me. And earlier it stormed really bad and I wasn't home because I was out doing Instacart stuff and I felt so bad for him. Wow, that's awesome, girl. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, since I've been lifting weights and stuff like that, my inches have gone up a little bit, but not, I'm much more hourglass shaped now than I was in the beginning. For sure. So like my bust now is 35 inches. My waist, depending on the day, goes from 26.5 to 27 inches. And my hips are at 36 inches. So that's quite a big, significant difference. So like I said, they have gone down from like 2018 when I lost all the weight and I was like super slim and I didn't have any muscle and I didn't like my body then, guys. Like I just felt too slim and I didn't like having like not having curves. So I'm okay with them having gone up a little bit because I have curves now. But anyway, I know he was sad. Come here, Bubby. Come here, Bow Wow. He's so soft. He got poison ivy yesterday, and I had to give him a bath. Thank you. I appreciate that. He's right here. What are you looking at me like that for? Oh, nice. That was gross. That was bad. What kind of arm workout would you recommend to beginners? Any YouTube channels? I just did the Chloe Ting workouts and they're pretty intense for beginners, so I definitely think that if you're wanting to do something like that, you can look up that. I really get on Pinterest and type in arm workouts. I do plan on filming an in-home workout video, but I have to wait for something to get here first before I do it. And then I'll kind of do some different exercises and stuff like that. So that'll take some time, but yeah. I guess push-ups, wall push-ups, tricep dips. Trying to think of some other ones too. For beginners, you can even take like laundry detergent and use that as a weight, or gallons of milk, or cans even if you don't really have any strength in your upper arms. There's just tons of little things here and there you can use around your home. I wonder what Tabitha Brown pecan tacos taste like. That's interesting. Derek, you said, is that unusual? I guess I missed it. I did like the Chloe workout. I did one of her, I mean, I think in total it was like 30 minutes, but I burned like 200 calories, so I was like, I'm okay with this. I really want to do the ab ones continuously because, I mean, you can't target specific fats. You can't target fat on your body. That's like a myth that I think a lot of people are unfortunately led to believe, that you can't target specific fat on your body to lose. But just strengthening my core is something that I definitely want to do. Was I sore? Not really. I mean, my abs were a little bit sore, but you know, I work out so often that it's kind of like my body's so used to it. Should we lose a lot of body fat before we lift weight, or what do you think? Personally, I lost all the fat that I did, and then I started, you know, gaining the muscle, which, so I guess really it depends on how you want to see your journey. Do you want to lose the weight and see what your progress is like then, and then start gaining weight, because it's gonna freak out some people if they start losing all the weight and then they turn around and they, or if they don't lose all the weight and they start lifting at the same time, they're probably not going to see the scale move as their body's recompositioning. So people are going to be like, oh, I'm not losing any weight, I'm not, changing, my body's not changing, when it's like, it depends on how you want to look at the scale. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want people to start working out right away and then say, well, this isn't working for me, and get discouraged because their body's changing in different ways other than just fat loss, because they're gaining muscle too. And that's one of the big stigmas that kind of drives me crazy. If you guys watched my vlog yesterday, um, then you know that I basically kind of was having issues looking at my body because I'm a thicker girl. I'm an endomorph. My hips are wide. I have a wide rib cage. I'm short. I'm 5'4". Um, and it's just kind of hard for me to, see a lot of the other fitness influencers out there that are taller and they're skinnier and they've not been overweight like I have been. So my body just looks really different, you know? And, as I'm gaining muscle, I'm getting even more thick. And it's like, I like that. But at the same time, whenever you're in a society where they tell you you're not allowed to gain weight if you're a woman, you're not allowed to have muscle if you're a woman, that um, it just kind of is hard to see people criticize and chastise my body, you know, say that I'm bigger than I am, and I don't know. Won't get into it too much. I was thinking about getting into my goal weight and then maybe starting to lift to figure my body. So that's kind of what I did. I lost the 108 pounds, and then I really started focusing on lifting so I could get curves back and get strong, um, you know, and I do like that. Also, it takes a lot of weightlifting to gain back some weight, right? You lift so much. Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes time to build muscle, and I did it for a year, and I'm still doing it, and I do it every other day, with 1 day of rest, and, you know, you look very fit, love, and slender. Thank you. That means a lot to me, because I was asking Ian earlier, I was like, do I look fit, or I'm afraid I'm not going to fit my wedding dress? That's like the one thing that keeps popping into my head. Lost appetite. I found I have lots of energy. I never knew had. Is that this odd? Well, I know that your hunger goes away after like 72 hours or something like that. Your hunger will decrease. And, sorry. And your focus is stronger, because kind of like what we talked about in this first chapter of the book, or the second one, as you, if we were going without food for such a long period of time, you're not going to get sluggish. You're going to want your mind to be sharper because you are hunting for food, essentially. So, I'm about your height, but flat on the back and not much to hips, but bigger on frame and bust. Oh, okay. Check out Erica Lugo. Okay. Because I think I even asked some people on there. I know I still have my comments blocked on there, but I need to get out of this funk before I can allow comments on my videos again. But I'm going to look her up because I would like someone who looks like me that I can follow, And every time you try it on, it fits better than it did when you bought it. I know, but still. I really want to come over and try it on again, Hannah. I'm going to have to do... Oh, wait. Oh, we're going to Weston this weekend. Maybe before or after. Do you recommend cardio on fasting days? I've heard different things. I recommend doing what you feel comfortable. Personally, I lift on my fasting days and do cardio on my eat days. One reason behind doing this is if I do heavy cardio, like running and stuff like that on my fasting days, I kind of get like sick. So I don't like doing cardio on my fasting days. But I can lift on my fasting days and I don't get to feeling sick. I don't know why. I think it really just depends on how you feel. And then, of course, if you lift on your fasting days, just make sure you're eating enough proteins on your eat days, not only to help fill you up, but also to help your muscles. So, yes, you are fit. Thank you. I'm at 96 hours at the moment on my fast. Dang. Good for you. I'm at like not even 24 hours. Come over. I know I need to. I was gonna see if I could find my thing on here, but I don't think I have it on my, oh, no, that's a countdown. I don't think I have it on here. That's one, like, thing that I hate about, like, doing the live videos on my phone, because my laptop is, like, a Chromebook and it's crappy quality camera. I don't want to do lives on there. I'd rather do it on my phone. But then whenever I do that, it's like, oh, I can go look at, oh, no, I can't because it's on my phone, and I can't, like, swipe up and make the screen go away. But okay, guys. Are we ready to end today's vlog session or live session? I haven't vlogged it all today. I think I'm going to kind of do this next vlog a little different, where I'm going to update you guys at the end of every day, since I'm doing 3 in 1. So anyway, yeah, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down so I can try on all my clothes that I got, and maybe do a little bit exercising or something. I've not even hit 300 calories on my watch yet today, but I don't want to overdo it, you know, since I'm not eating the next 3 days anyway. So it's going to be really hard for me not to work out, and that's going to suck, just because I'm so used to working out every day and all that good stuff. So I will. I appreciate it. Thank you. Did you ever do a longer fast than 3 days? Nope. This is actually, I cannot talk. You guys just know this by now. This is my first time ever doing a 72-hour fast, so I'm excited to have all the support here that I have, and yeah, so thanks fam for being here for me, and we'll talk tomorrow, and if I struggle or anything, I'll post in the group and ask for motivation and support and all that good stuff. So thank you guys. I will see you later. See you tomorrow. We'll talk about chapter 5. I'm going to have to read it, of course. I've not read it yet. I don't even know how long it is, but we'll see what it's even about tomorrow, okay? I'll talk to you guys later, and be safe, and yeah, be safe, and have a good evening, and good luck on your fasting if you're doing it. So bye, guys.